New toy day. Got a Craftsman joiner. Probably don't need those. So I've long wanted a joiner, but I've never wanted to spend the money on one. So I've been doing some research for a couple of years. Craftsman's got a decent version. It's got an aluminum sled on it instead of cast iron. I'd love to have cast iron, but you're looking at a couple $100 more once you get into that level of joiner. I also looked at the deltas, but I heard a lot of feedback about it's a pain in the butt to get the blades aligned correctly. And I don't really want to deal with that. So these blades should already be installed. It's got a good fence on it. It tilts to 45 degrees or stays at 90 degrees. I heard it's pretty easy to adjust. The potential downfall on the Craftsman series, some of the reviews I read, is that the buttons tend to break. So, you know, made in China. You do get what you pay for, but I figured for, you know, 300 bucks, it's worth a try. So I'm gonna get this thing set up and then we'll run a couple pieces through it. Alright, maybe I will need to open these instructions. Alright, so we gotta lock the cutter head, I guess. Taking one of these hex screws out. We're way out of square, so I gotta fix that. That looks pretty darn good right there. Not much wiggle at all. Alright, so these blades are already on here, which is great. Very sharp. Let's make sure the power works. That guard does need flipped down, apparently. This also has a variable power control. So I'll mess around with that in the future. I'm just going to set it on 2 right now, which is right in the middle. And let's lower our surface down a bit. I actually meant to check that and make sure it's level before I do anything. Flat across the entire surface. It's pretty good. I've got a block of oak I picked up, somebody left behind at the campground. They were burning it. So I'm going to make a cutting board out of this. I planed it down yesterday, the wide surfaces. We'll joint the smaller edges today. Looks really good, actually. Super happy with that. I'm going to flip it over and do the other side. I'll turn the power up and see if that makes a difference. So I'm happy with that. That was a quick little setup on the Craftsman benchtop joiner. Just bought it today, unboxed it. You saw me set it up. Ripped through that oak like it was nothing. So I'll put it through the paces and probably post another video later. A couple projects I'm going to do. Going to work on a couple cutting boards. I got a kitchen island to build, so it'll be used for that. But you know, initial reactions, I like it. 300 bucks, it's hard to go wrong. There's really only 1 or 2 brands that are cheaper than that. One of them is a Win. I've got an old Win planer that I love. It lasted me for a lot of years. Thought maybe the Craftsman was an upgrade from there. So we'll try it out and let you know how it goes. But so far, so good. I'm a satisfied Craftsman customer still. On to the next project.